A swing and a drive to deep left, away back, gone!
All right, everybody, welcome on into a 0-16 edition of the Real Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, Paul Jacobek, and, well, as everybody knows, the Cleveland Browns have made it to 0-16 season. Thank God this is finally over. I don't know. All right, so this is a show all about the 0-16 season. We're not going to get into stats. We're not going to get into, all that bull crap of, well, in the record books, this and that. We literally watched every game, and we know exactly how bad this team was, how bad the coaching was, how bad they need a new owner, honestly, they need a new stadium. They probably need new food. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of food, but they probably need new food at the stadium. I feel like, the 40 fans who actually show up, they don't even get good food when they go. I could be wrong, but who knows? The stadium sucks. I bet their plane sucks. The busing sucks. Everything sucks, okay? That's just the best way to put it. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and we're going to think for a second. What is one of the main things that you want to see in this offseason other than a nuke getting dropped in Berea on the Cleveland Browns facility or at the stadium or anything that has to do with the Cleveland Browns? Me personally, I would like to see the Browns come out and say, we're sorry to every single fan that has ever watched a Cleveland Browns game, even the people that have passed away, because every single person who has ever called themselves a Browns fan should feel violated. They should feel raped. They should feel everything, because everything that this franchise just did to you in the last 2 years, they should be put into jail, which, sorry, Jimmy Haslam, might be too soon for you, because good Lord knows what's going on with your old ass. This team has, believe me, I completely understand. Anybody knows Duke Johnson, hell of a player, hell of a class act. Christian Kirksey, hell of a player. There's still people who I have massive respect for. But as a team, holy shit, am I sad to call myself a Browns fan. So what did I do? I sat here and I said, I watched the game. I go, well, we're not even going to get into the game. I don't even want to talk about the game because the game is just that bad that you don't, yeah. So I sat here and I said, what am I going to do? We just watched the worst 2 seasons in sports history. There's literally nothing worse than the last 2 seasons. There have been expansion teams that have been better. And those guys are like, they're not even real players that came off those expansion teams. Some of those guys literally only played 1 year, and that was it. That was their big thing in life, was playing that 1 year, which congratulations, you made it to the NFL. And congratulations, you weren't as bad as the fucking Browns, because good Lord. But I said, we just watched the worst 2 seasons. And I go, you go on social media and I expect, the Browns are already looking at this head coach. No, the Browns are trying to say that the head coach that has 1 win in the last 2 years is coming back. What? Then we have a GM saying, no, the coach isn't coming back. Well, way to be on the same page as your owner, jackass. And then you have reports about trades coming for Hugh Jackson. And then Marvin Lewis just signs an extension in Cincinnati. So that got shut out the window real quick. So as we're sitting here right now, it looks like Hugh Jackson is for sure coming back. God help us all. They're still looking for a quarterback, which, in my opinion, I was not impressed by Sam Darnold. It was only 1 game, but he just doesn't look like he's ready. It looks like a huge project in the making, and I'm not ready for a huge project. Yes, the Browns are a massive project, but I'm not ready for a huge project. And I completely understand why people are like, well, you need the project. The thing is the fans need wins. It's not the franchise needs to build themselves up to this. No, the fans need wins now. There's no way that anybody can sit here and watch another 2 in whatever season or 1 in even, if they go 0 for again, holy shit, go to the Canadian League. But you cannot sit here as a fan and say, well, honestly, I like the way they're going. No! You are either drinking some high quality stuff, you're smoking some high quality stuff, or honestly, you're just crazy. Because if you're a Browns fan, you have to sit here and go, I need wins next year. If not, I'm done. Because what's going on with me is I was sitting here and I go, okay, I told my buddy, I said, I'm giving them, at first I told him I'll give them next year. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them 2 years. If you had 2 years to be the worst in sports history, you have 2 years to get it out of that shithole. If not, I'm done. I'm about to be on this earth for 21 years, and I've seen how many winning seasons. Like, yeah, I'm not counting the baby years here. Well, that's not important because clearly I didn't watch it because I mean honestly, I probably could have put up better film in my baby years than what I've seen on the field this year. Okay, so I've seen probably 12 plus years of football. Okay, 12 plus years, and I've seen how many winning seasons since '97. No, this is bullshit. It's a disgrace to every fan. All these people who have said, well, I've been a fan all my life. How do you think those people feel? I absolutely have no idea how those people feel. They've had to watch losing shit for how many years? I mean, I'm sorry for the language, but I mean, if you're a Browns fan, you have to be this pissed off. It's embarrassing. There's no way that anybody could look at this situation and find a bright spot other than the fact that it's a sport and that's the only reason that anybody does anything in America is because of sports. My Lord, it is terrible. I'm sorry to every fan that has to witness this. I hope everybody makes it out to that parade and shows, people are saying, well, that parade's a disgrace to Cleveland. Did you not watch the Browns season? The Browns literally took the city of Cleveland and just rubbed dog shit all over it. Like, and then there's people who honestly, and these are the people who I absolutely hate. Absolutely hate it. And I know there's probably going to be people at the parade that are going to be like, well, at least we're not the Cleveland Indians. They had all these high hopes to go to the World Series, and, they couldn't even make it out of the first round. Well, hey, at least we made it, jackass. These dudes aren't going to make a playoff game in the next 20 years the way they're looking. Jesus. Okay. So, like I said, hopefully everybody at least found some bright spots, getting some good laughs in this season. I mean, it's not often you see an 0-16 team after a 1-15 team. It's not often you're going to see the head coach back, probably a quarterback who's back. I mean, good Lord. But there were some bright spots. There's in every season there are some bright spots. I mean, look, the first game of the year, everybody was like, whoa, this team is really going to compete. They're really going to compete. Well, the Steelers were just taking it easy on you because, I mean, good Lord, you guys haven't beat the Steelers in 30 years, it seems like. I know they said the last time the Browns beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh was 2003. What? We just woke them in 2018. Is it really that bad? Yes, it is that bad. Why? Because it's the Browns. And instead of actually doing something in the offseason, we just say, well, hey, little Tommy, there's always next year. There's always next year. There's always next draft. Well, as I've said it for the past 3 years, this is next year, but we're still looking for next year again. Why? Because our owner is delusional. Our GM, well, we just got him, so I can't say anything bad about him yet, other than the fact that if you're going to do a press conference and you're going to say something, expect the media to take everything that you're saying and, read it religiously, okay? Because everything that the owners and the front office guys in Cleveland, everything that you guys say, it's like you guys are writing the Bible right now because people are documenting everything that you guys are doing, and yeah, they're going to take some stuff out of context. But when you get questioned about it, don't sit here and try and tell us that, well, you guys took it out of context and blah, blah, blah. Just own up to it. Tell them that's what you meant. And if you didn't, tell them that's not what you meant. Next guy, Hugh Jackson. Please leave. That's all. Just leave. Don't tell us you're jumping in a lake. Don't tell us you're doing this or that. Just leave. Don't come back. You're supposed to be a quarterback expert, and you suck. You've completely ruined Deshaun Kaiser's entire mental state of mind at being a quarterback. The dude's career is absolutely over unless he finds another coach because you've just destroyed everything that he knows about football. When you get into it, the rest of the team, just sit there long and hard after, when you get back and, everything gets settled down, the season just ended. When everything settles down and, you're back with the family and stuff and you got a little bit of time, just sit there and think, did I really just play in the NFL and go 0-16? Just let that brick wall of an 0-16 season just sit there and just let it soak in. Because what happened and what we saw on that field for, 8 games? at home and then 8 games on the road. And then, I mean, honestly, guys, they lost on the bye week. Let's not give ourselves any good news today, guys. They lost on the bye week too. Somehow they went out and they did something in that bye week and they lost. I don't know what they did, but they lost because they lost everything. My God, this team sucks. But on a brighter note, we're gonna end the show with, I hope everybody makes it to the parade. I really do. I really hope everybody makes it out there. I hope everybody has a good time. Show your support for that 0-16 season because, well, I would say you don't see it often, but good Lord, we have Hugh Jackson coming back next year, so you might see it next year. I'm good Lord, who knows? But hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope everybody had a great New Year. Hope everybody's starting off the new year on a good note, and everybody's sending coal and everything to Hugh Jackson, Jimmy Haslam, and everything else because that's all they deserve. But like I said, season's over. Thank God it's in the past, and we'll never forget about it. But enjoy the off season. Get ready for training camp next year. Enjoy the draft. Hopefully they're actually going to do something with all these draft picks. Probably not, but it's you gotta hope. Congratulations, Buckeyes! Huge Cotton Bowl win. I didn't even come close on that score, but that was also because I just thought the Pac-12 was going to present somebody that was worth a damn, but clearly that didn't happen because God. USC got destroyed by the Buckeyes. But to all the Buckeyes going into the draft and any Buckeyes coming in, I know they got the Army Bowl coming up for all those high school players. Anybody coming in, welcome to the Buckeyes. Anybody who's leaving, thanks for being in Buckeye Nation. It was a hell of a time, especially JT. Love you, dude. Cavs, any Cavs fans out there? Isaiah coming back tonight, making his return. We'll definitely get into a show in the next few days about Isaiah coming back and the Cavs outlook. We meant to do it sooner. It was actually written on the schedule as to do a Cavs show, but I mean, dude, come on, you can't pass up an 0-16 show for the Browns. I mean, I might do 3 of these. Who knows? They're just that bad. But like I said, like always, feedback is great on the show. We gotten a lot of stuff in the past few days about the show. It's been kind of good. Everything's actually starting to go a little bit upwards. Everybody check out our stuff on SoundCloud. Check out the videos on YouTube. We got a little bit of stuff in the works for some videos on YouTube, but definitely check them out. Still check out the stuff on SoundCloud. We put it on SoundCloud, so if anybody's got stuff to do, if you want to just listen on the road, anything like that, you can do it without having to just be on YouTube, because I know nobody's paying for that YouTube Red bullshit. So anybody, checking out the show, thank you. Anybody who, really likes the show, deeply thank you. Anybody who hates the show, love you too, because at least you had a chance to listen to it and know that it's terrible. But for always, like always, whatever I'm saying, Foisey doing a great job as always. Kyle on the board. We would like to just wish everybody a Merry Christmas, even though Christmas is over. Welcome to the new year, and hopefully you guys are starting off this new year right. Hopefully you guys are starting off better than what the Browns did, and we'll see you next time. For Paul and Kyle, this is the Real Sports Talk Show.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody, calm down.
All right, everybody, welcome on in to the Real Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, Paul Jakovic. We have a very phenomenal show for you today. This show has to do with the Cleveland Browns. What else is new? Because most of my shows are about the Browns, just because that's really the only thing to talk about right now. Because the Cavs, I mean, they're kind of just going through, we're getting Isaiah back into the mix. Forget the Cavs. We're going to make fun of the Browns. Browns just had their 0-16 parade. A lot of great things I saw from that parade. The fans were phenomenal. For people out there, though, who are complaining about the parade, we're going to get into you guys in a second, but I want to just hit some key photos here. Got a picture here. Guy wearing a Browns jersey, number 29. No idea who you are, but great picture here. Jimmy Haslam and Hugh Jackson look like they're about to kiss, and the caption says, "Can you believe these fools keep buying tickets? Haha, it's better than your rebate scam." Yes, Jimmy Haslam, huge rebate scam. Yes, Jimmy Haslam, another huge scam, and letting people buy tickets for your Cleveland Browns. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that we are still paying for tickets for the Cleveland Browns is a joke. We have some other photos. It says it may be cold, but this team needs sold. We'll get into that in a second. D plus Jimmy, please give us back our team. Yeah, that would be nice. We also have a lot of things on here. Pilot flying jailbird. Worst owner in sports. I think that one made the top page, though. I mean, guys, really, when we get into it, Jimmy Haslam, terrible, 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 terrible owner. Why do they even include your wife? Your wife doesn't do anything. She runs you, and you can't even run the team. So, well, how does that work? But I mean, when it comes down to it, it was a great parade. The money went to multiple fundraisers and foundations and stuff. The biggest one, a couple charities and stuff like that, of course. The Cleveland Food Bank, always great for them to give money to the Cleveland Food Bank. That's what they did last year when they were planning the parade. When they beat the Chargers, the money ended up going to the Cleveland Food Bank. And, there's people out here that are complaining. They're like, well, we shouldn't be supporting this. This is terrible. This is terrible. Okay, guys, here's the thing. If you're saying that it's terrible, what the hell do you think is getting put on the field? Because if you're really, if you're happy with the owner and the coaching staff putting out that display of football every week, for the rest of your life, that's a disgrace. I absolutely love the fact that the fans have finally took a stand and they finally said, we're not, we can't do it this anymore. We've put up with it for so long and we're tired of losing. We're tired of being the laughing stock of the league. I mean, really, there is no, if you look at the Browns, they're not, you can't compare them with any teams. There really are no teams to compare. For multiple years, we sat here and we said, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to compare the Browns with the 49ers, and we're going to compare them with Jacksonville, Tennessee. I don't know if I said the Rams. I don't know if I already said them, but them. I mean, there's a couple other teams, the Bears too, because the Bears really have not been that solid for many years either. But we're in a league of our own, and it's official that we can say that now. There is no team that is around us because the 49ers have their franchise quarterback. They are guaranteed to have their franchise quarterback right now. Yes, he may not be, here in 5 years or whatever for the 49ers and stuff, but Jimmy Garoppolo is the real deal. He went into that place in San Fran after he got traded there, which hell of a move by John Lynch, and he comes in. Jimmy Garoppolo got them 6 wins. You can't compare yourself to the Bears because the Bears beat you. And the Bears had, 4 wins this year with a rookie quarterback? Because what did they do? They put their offense around their quarterback. Their quarterback, they did not trust him throwing the ball because he was a rookie. But you have pretty good running backs in Chicago. So what did they do? They ran the damn ball. And they won games. I know they won games because they beat the Browns. Yeah, it was pretty fun to watch that game too. So you got the Rams, made the postseason, and the Rams have always been kind of in that down tier too. Yeah, they were kind of in the middle for a couple years, but they haven't usually been the best team in the league, or in the group of best teams. So, I mean, it just makes no sense how anybody can sit here and say, well, I don't like this. Well, I guess if you like the team, then there's something wrong with you, because there's nothing to like about this team. And like I said multiple times, when it comes down to it, this team has not produced anything. And I mean, I'm not even buying anything for merchandise from them. I would rather go out and buy a Mo Williams jersey for the Cavs than buy anybody who starts on the Browns, because nobody on that team is worth a damn. They are the worst team in the last 2 years, guaranteed in sports. There might be bowlers who could come into the league and put up better stats than what we've seen DeShone Kizer put up this year. But there are people out there, oh, well, I think he did prove a little bit. Yeah, he proved that he's not the answer. Hugh Jackson's proved that he's not the answer. And can we get into that Hugh Jackson comment where he said, I can't quote what he said because I don't really want to go look at what he said really. I just remember that it said, I did what I could with what I had, and then he continued on to say, well, I would like to see, some of the other coaches get put into the same situation that I was in and see how they fare. Well, you see, there was 32 other coaches that were put into a 16-game season after a meaningless preseason, and well, they continued to win games. And the thing is that still makes no sense, and it will probably never make sense. Why in the hell do you, really, if you were sitting here, you don't even know sports, you just know that in sports you have to win, it's not golf where the negative is better, how does a guy win 1 game in 2 years and still keep his job? I'm going to let that sit there for a second. You guys can go ahead and think about that for a second. How does a guy go 1-15, and then he puts out a statement saying, well, if we go 1-15 next year, I'll jump into the lake. Well, jump into the lake in about a month, or not a month, in about a week when it gets super, super cold, and hopefully it freezes and you go down, because good Lord, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. 1 win in 2 years, and you still have a job. Can we take my old high school coach and put him out there for this shit? Because it's embarrassing. There's no way that you can go 1 win in 2 damn years and call yourself a professional. Really? Oh boy. But back to the parade. I love the support that I saw out of the parade. A lot of diehard fans out there. A lot of people really showing that, you know, their passion for the team. You know, these fans went out there. It was like, if you were out there just making fun of the Browns, I kind of understand it, but I don't really like that completely. That's the only part that I didn't really like. I like the fans that went out there that showed the support of the parade because they want to see a difference. They want to see this team get better. I want to see this team get better. I'm tired of seeing 1-win seasons, and I swear to God, if I ever see an 0-16 season again, I'm done. But when it comes down to it, everybody who showed up, I hope you guys went out there and you guys were saying, you know, this team sucks, but you want to see a difference. Not this team sucks and I'm done. Because I don't think that we've reached that point yet. We're just about there. Believe me, we're really damn close. But everybody wants to see this team turn it around. That's why we had the parade. We're tired of losing. We're tired of people are. I don't do this because I don't want to go to Cleveland and watch the games because I hate the stadium, and you know, of course, they're just not winning. But all those people that go down every Sunday, the true diehards, I 100% respect you, and you know, you deserve winning seasons. You guys deserve at least 1 win in a season. You know, you guys are out there buying season tickets every year. You guys deserve to get wins. You don't deserve to sit here and go, well, I guess for the 15th year in a row, we're going to be looking for a quarterback and probably a head coach. And hopefully we can figure out a way to get this owner impeached because he hasn't done shit. Not to mention he's fighting a court case right now for fraud. So, I mean, really, when it comes down to it, what in the hell are we doing, guys? Really. I mean, we had the parade. So the parade's done and over with. We're moving on. We're getting ready for the offseason here. We just had two quarterbacks, the top quarterbacks supposedly in the draft. Both of them have already said that they're coming out. Darnold was kind of a late one. They didn't know if he was actually going to go in or not. But really, when you guys listen to this, I want you guys to really think about this. What do you guys want to do? I've asked a couple people already, and I've asked them, you know, what is your plan? What do you hope to do? I mean, we have the first pick in the draft, and we have the 4th pick in the draft. What do you want to see the Cleveland Browns do? What do you want to see the Cleveland Browns try to accomplish next year? What are some of your goals? And I hope to God your goals are not to get 7 wins. I mean, we had people, I was listening to people call in to the fan this year and stuff, and they're like, yeah, I don't understand why people don't believe in this team. I could definitely see this team winning 7 games and stuff. But no, this team had no chance in hell. And I asked a buddy who's a season ticket holder, I said, when was the last time you watched a football game where defense is in punt formation during every play? Because I swear, that's what it is. Like, can we just fix the normal stuff and make this look like a football team? My God. But that's all for today's show. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are really into the Cleveland Browns and trying to turn this team around. Hopefully we can get some great feedback on this, because then I'll go ahead and make a video and we'll send it to Jimmy Haslam for all I know. But that's all for today's show. Foisey said he would like to wish everybody a happy New Year and everything like that. You know, good old Foisey working on the boards and stuff in the back room and editing the videos and everything like that. Foisey, you do a hell of a job. Until next time, go ahead and support your local Cleveland Browns, because right now I'm thinking about talking to Reflog, and maybe we can go ahead and get, you know, for $1 a day you can support the Cleveland Browns and finding a new owner or something, because this is bullshit. But until next time, this is the Real Sports Talk Show.